Not just the talk of the town today on the Express, but also the tastes and the talents. On today's show,
there's no cutting the scallop, just eat it.
Vancouver Magazine's big night of big food and big wine. I'm in heaven.
To be able to reproduce this, if you could, you would need millions of dollars of machinery.
Nanotechnology, a Burnaby company's new money machine.
That one strikes me more because she can't see it. I have to wipe my tears.
A 2010 Games anniversary project from Whistler.
So if a person makes a choice,
the Lower Mainland Regional Championships of Debate.
Don't you believe that there are people that actually plead insanity even if they're not?
See that and more, local expression.
Well, I wouldn't say that people would always do what someone else tells them, and not in all circumstances.
Welcome to The Express. I'm Johanna Ward at Waterfront Park in North Vancouver. Today on the show, we have new technology, local sports, Olympic memories, and foodie fun. What makes for a big night in Vancouver? Well, how about pairing 10 of the city's best restaurants with 10 award-winning wines?
Oh, it's so earthy.
DJ Kearney knows good wine. As chief judge of Vancouver Magazine's international wine competition, she sampled over 900 of them in just 3 days.
It wasn't easy. You really have to be sharp. There are so many good wines there, and finding the cream and pushing it to the top is not an easy job.
Phenomenal wine connoisseur. She knows her food. She's a trained chef and is a sommelier instructor as well.
And that makes DJ the perfect tour guide for Vancouver's big night.
It's a celebration of the 7th annual wine competition and the 21st annual Vancouver Magazine Restaurant Awards. Thank you, Chef Angus.
First up, it's Mainam's Quadra Island Scallops.
Bianca, you have to try this dish.
Okay.
This is from Mainam. This is a seared scallop with really classic sweet, sour, salty, bitter Thai seasoning. And there's no cutting the scallop, just eat it.
Just eat it? Okay. My mouth is on fire, but in a good way.
Next up, a Balthasar Russ Riesling paired with Cactus Club's pate of duck, courtesy of Chef Rob Feeney.
On top, it's a little prune that's been poached in a lot of cognac and reduced, so it's really yummy. And you know, you might just, if you don't have a glass of wine, you just need the prune.
Oh my gosh. You can taste the duck, you can taste the Armagnac and the prune. Rob Feeney, chef of Cactus Club, has paired it with a Riesling, a German Riesling with great acidity. Wine can take on meat.
Ah, okay.
And beat it.
Yeah.
This is Chipino, Pinot Posterero's cannelloni with pheasant.
Oh, wow.
And
very
truffles.
exotic.
This is a Grand Cru champagne, which means that it's from the very best vineyards.
I'm in heaven.
The feedback, he says that it was very successful because the acidity brings out the flavor of the dish, and the sapidity of the dish brings out the flavor of the bubblies.
With this many great wines, it's hard to believe the judges picked just one for Best in Show.
It's a Sangiovese Cabernet blend. It's big and bold, and it's being paired with seafood, which is audacious, and it works beautifully.
I'm Bianca Solterbeck in Vancouver for The Express.
From light and fruity to rich and full, you can read all about the best wines of 2011 in this month's edition of Vancouver Magazine. Now, how about some descriptive words like revolutionary and groundbreaking? A Burnaby company has made a breakthrough in anti-counterfeiting technology.
It's difficult to see, but this centimeter wide maple leaf is made up of tens of millions of little holes.
Each one of these holes is 100 nanometers in diameter, which is roughly 1,500 times smaller than the thickness of a very thin human hair.
It's the latest in nanotechnology. Scientists at SFU have found a way to blast tiny ions at surfaces to create the holes, which are organized to form incredibly small designs, a concept based on butterfly wings.
Our technology that we've created is essentially nano-scale structures, which are similar to that found on certain insects and butterflies that those insects use to actually trap and resonate light waves, so you see their iridescent colors.
Colors and patterns that can now be reproduced in a laboratory. And when applied to paper currency, this is a huge breakthrough, as current holographic security features can already be easily duplicated.
One, we have much clearer, crisper color shifts so that it's easier to identify. And we don't have to do them on strictly metallic films, which means that we don't have this shiny metallic foil that everyone's used to seeing on holograms. So we can make better colors on transparent films, and because they're throughput holes, you can actually see them on both sides of the film, which is quite unique.
To be able to reproduce this, if you could, and you knew all the formulas, algorithms, etc. with it, you would need millions of machinery.
Basically, counterfeiting money would be next to impossible.
And it's not only currency, the technology can be used for credit cards, passports, even legal documents.
And if you really want to get sci-fi, since the patterns can be produced on virtually any surface, Landrock says even living organisms could be imprinted with information.
In the food industry, for identification of a real, genuine Argentinian banana.
Argentinian bananas aside, this is big business. The publicly traded company is currently worth about $40 million, and they're in the process of selling the technology to a number of federal reserves.
That they have seen nothing like it, and they're very, very interested in it.
Which means potentially billions of people could be holding something Landrock helped create.
Doesn't get much cooler than that.
I'm Tim Chung in Burnaby for The Express.
The U.S. Treasury is one of nanotech's potential customers. They produce 11 billion banknotes every year. And if you'd like to learn more, you can do so at nanosecurity.ca. You're watching The Express, and we have more on local businesses and local talent coming up.
After the break,
It's just night and day compared to what's going on with some of the factory-produced cheeses out there. Not that there's anything wrong with those.
the Benton brothers, connoisseurs of fine cheeses.
These cheeses need to be explored and put out there a little more for everyone to try.
All right, and so if a person makes a choice,
Lower Mainland teen debate champs.
is that their own?
You're watching local TV on The Express.
Their state of mind.
On and on, but don't you believe that